Have you ever wondered how to truly find peace and balance as you grow older? As the years pass, life often gets busier, and the world around us can feel more chaotic than ever. But what if you could embrace a calm, fulfilling, and balanced life, no matter your age? In this video, we'll explore 10 powerful secrets that can help you achieve just that. These timeless lessons aren't just about surviving old age. They're about thriving, finding joy in the small moments, and creating a life that is rich with meaning. You'll discover how embracing the concept of enough can bring serenity to your daily life, how staying connected to nature can ground you, and why gratitude and humility are the keys to living fully in your later years. You'll also learn why building genuine relationships, cultivating simple routines, and prioritizing physical wellness can make all the difference in how you experience life as you age. This isn't just about adding more years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. These secrets aren't just nice-to-have tips. They are essential practices that can help you live with greater purpose, peace, and joy. So, stay with us until the end and unlock the wisdom that will not only enhance your days but help you leave a meaningful legacy for the future. If you're ready to embrace the journey of aging with confidence and calm, this video is for you. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Embrace the art of enough. In a world that relentlessly pushes for more possessions, more achievements, more busyness, it is becoming increasingly rare to find peace in the idea of enough. We are surrounded by messages that encourage us to keep striving, keep accumulating, and keep comparing. But as we navigate through life, especially as we grow older, we begin to realize that true fulfillment does not lie in the relentless pursuit of more. Instead, the secret to living a calm, balanced, and meaningful life is found in understanding the profound beauty of enough. This isn't about settling for less, but rather, it is about shedding the weight of what doesn't serve us and fully embracing what truly matters. As the years go by, clarity sharpens. We begin to understand that all the material possessions and accolades we once thought were so important often fail to bring lasting joy or peace. They may have filled the space, but they didn't nourish the soul. The constant chase for external recognition and tangible rewards, whether it's a bigger house, a higher title, or the newest gadget, tends to leave us empty. In the end, it's the simpler, quieter things that fill the heart and give life its meaning. Enough is about savoring the richness of what you already have, whether it's the comforting presence of an old armchair where you've sat for years, the warmth that radiates from a well-loved family photograph, or the peace that comes from a quiet evening spent with a book, unbothered by the chaos of the outside world. The art of enough requires a delicate shift in perspective, a small but transformative realization that the pursuit of more things, more accomplishments, and more possessions isn't what makes life truly rich. Instead, it's the quality of the moments we experience, the depth of the connections we nurture, and the joy we find in simplicity. Simplifying our surroundings becomes a part of this journey. Letting go of material clutter, whether it's passing down cherished items to loved ones or donating what we no longer need, can bring an overwhelming sense of freedom. Each item we release is like unburdening our hearts, allowing space for lightness, peace, and moments of quiet reflection. As we release the things that no longer hold meaning, we create room for the things that truly nourish our spirits. It's as though we are slowly clearing the fog to reveal the clarity of what truly matters. This mindset doesn't stop with things. It extends to how we spend our time. Have you ever noticed how, as we grow older, the frenetic pace of life begins to slow down, almost as if life itself is inviting us to focus on what truly enriches our days? It's not just about growing older physically. It's a profound invitation to slow down, to breathe, to be present. And in this slower pace, we realize that the real treasures of life aren't the endless commitments or packed schedules, but rather the intimate moments we share with those we love. A heartfelt conversation with an old friend, the contagious laughter of grandchildren, or a peaceful walk through the crisp morning air. These are the experiences that fill our hearts in a way that no crowded calendar ever could. Living with enough also means being kinder to ourselves. It's so easy, especially as we grow older, to look back with regret, to focus on what we could have done differently or what we think we should have achieved. Yet, with wisdom comes the understanding that perfection was never the goal. Life is not about hitting every milestone or meeting every expectation. It's about being gentle with ourselves, embracing who we are, right here and right now, with all our imperfections. The love we've given, the lessons we've learned, and the wisdom we've gathered over the years are treasures far more valuable than anything we could ever acquire. You, in all your authenticity, are enough. And most beautifully, embracing the art of enough invites gratitude into our lives. When we take a moment to reflect on the abundance already present, on the small blessings that may have once passed us by unnoticed, we begin to see the beauty in the simplest things. The aroma of a freshly brewed cup of coffee, the softness of a loved one's touch, or the sunlight gently filtering through the window, these things are not just ordinary. They are extraordinary because we begin to cherish them in a way that enriches our lives with deep contentment. Gratitude becomes the thread that weaves through our days, turning the mundane into something truly special, bringing calmness to our hearts and peace to our minds. The art of enough isn't about having less, it's about appreciating more. It's a reminder that the richest lives are not built on what we acquire, but on what we choose to cherish. When we learn to embrace enough, we make room for peace, joy, and the kind of contentment that comes from truly living in the present. And in that moment of presence, we find that we have everything we need, just as we are. 2. Stay connected to nature. Nature has an almost magical way of offering us a sense of peace and belonging, a refuge where the weight of the world can temporarily lift, leaving room for serenity. As the years go by, our relationship with nature often evolves and deepens. What once might have been about scaling mountains or chasing adrenaline turns into something more profound, finding solace in the simple beauty of a sunset or taking comfort in the sound of the wind whispering through the trees. Nature becomes not just a backdrop to our lives, but a companion, an old friend with whom we share a quiet, comforting understanding. For many of us, staying connected to nature doesn't mean embarking on grand, physical adventures. It's the gentle act of stepping outside into the embrace of the earth, feeling the warmth of the sun kissing your face, the cool crispness of fall's air filling your lungs, or just gazing at the way the flowers in your garden sway gently in the breeze. These seemingly small moments, so easy to overlook in the rush of daily life, become profound reminders of the simplicity and beauty that still exists in the world. Nature has a way of grounding us, of pulling us out of the noise and chaos of our thoughts, into the quiet embrace of the present moment. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. What I find so moving about nature is its incredible wisdom. Its rhythm, the predictable dance of seasons, of growth, decay, and renewal, echoes the stages of our own lives. Just as winter eventually gives way to spring, each chapter of our life carries its beauty and lessons, though at times they may be hidden in the frost of challenge. The quiet patience with which nature teaches us these truths is humbling. It whispers that even in the harshest winters, there is the potential for new beginnings. It reassures us that the barren branches will once again bear fruit, teaching us resilience and the art of embracing life's natural ebb and flow. For many of us, nature stirs up memories, beautiful, nostalgic recollections that often catch us by surprise. The scent of freshly mown grass can take us back to carefree days of childhood, to moments spent with loved ones, walking through parks, or lying on soft grass, simply watching the clouds roll by. These memories feel like treasures, small, golden gifts that bring warmth to the present. They remind us that, no matter where we are in life, there's still room for joy in the small, quiet moments that once felt so fleeting. Nature doesn't demand anything from us. It simply asks that we be present. Whether we're tending to a few flowers in the garden, sitting beside a peaceful pond, or even just keeping a couple of potted plants by our window, we are invited into its world without expectation. Gardening, especially, has become a sacred act for me, a quiet, nurturing ritual that demands little more than patience and attention. There is such deep satisfaction in watching something grow, knowing that your care and attention have made it possible. It's a humble, grounding reminder that life is full of beauty, even in the smallest of things. Nature offers us something truly special: companionship without judgment, without pressure. The trees, the birds, the sky, they do not ask us to be anything more than we are. There is no need to prove ourselves, no rush, no competition. In nature, we are simply invited to be. In a world that so often pushes us to strive, to achieve, to go beyond, this invitation to just be is a balm to the soul, a place where we can truly rest and renew. And beyond its soothing qualities, nature also imparts valuable life lessons. It teaches us the importance of living simply, of not taking more than we need, and of giving back to the world that sustains us. This sense of stewardship is more than just responsibility. It brings a quiet purpose, a deep satisfaction that we are part of something larger than ourselves. It reminds us that the earth is not just ours to use, but ours to protect for those who will come after us. In this way, nature offers not only calm and renewal, but perspective, a chance to see our lives in the broader context of something timeless and enduring. So don't forget to pause, step outside, and breathe deeply, to let nature fill your senses. Let it nurture your spirit, soothe your soul, and remind you that, no matter how challenging life may be, you are part of something much bigger, much older, and far more enduring. Once you form that connection with nature, it stays with you, quietly sustaining you for a lifetime. In its arms, you will always find a home. 3. Cultivate humility and gratitude. Humility and gratitude are not just abstract ideals. They are the quiet, grounding forces that sustain us through the years, particularly as we enter the later chapters of our lives. These two virtues become increasingly vital as we age, acting as beacons that remind us of life's precious subtleties and the abundance that exists even in the smallest moments. They offer us a deeper understanding of what truly matters, teaching us to see beauty in the mundane, to appreciate the fleeting moments that so often pass unnoticed, and to accept life as it comes, with all its imperfections. In a world that often values external success and visible accomplishments, humility and gratitude offer a subtle, yet incredibly powerful alternative, a way to live with ease, without the weight of constant striving. Humility, in its truest form, is not about belittling ourselves. It's about recognizing our place in the vastness of the world and appreciating the gifts life gives, no matter how small they may seem. Humility is a quiet strength, a soft yet unshakable anchor in a world that often glorifies noise and competition. It teaches us to listen with an open heart, to meet life with open arms instead of clenching fists, and to embrace the present moment with gratitude instead of regret. When we practice humility, we free ourselves from the need to constantly prove our worth. We stop measuring our value by titles, accolades, or material possessions. There's an incredible freedom in this, a liberation that allows us to simply exist, to be ourselves, without the heavy burden of expectation. As I've grown older, I've come to realize that the pressure to prove something to the world is nothing more than an illusion. Our true worth lies in how we live, how we love, and how we show up for others, not in what we accomplish or acquire. A humble heart, especially as we age, is born from a lifetime of lessons learned. The years have a way of gently teaching us that no one has all the answers, and the most profound wisdom often comes from being present, from quietly observing life's rhythms, and from embracing the seemingly insignificant moments that, in hindsight, turn out to be the most meaningful. With time, we begin to appreciate the beauty in the simplest of things. A conversation with a close friend, the aroma of morning coffee, the sound of birdsong outside our window. Humility helps us let go of comparison and envy, inviting us to celebrate the success and joy of others, instead of measuring it against our own. This shift in perspective brings an inner peace that is both profound and liberating. Gratitude, too, deepens with age. It becomes more than just a passing thought or a polite thank you. It becomes a way of life, a daily practice of noticing the blessings that are woven into the fabric of our existence. Gratitude doesn't ignore life's difficulties or challenges. Instead, it transforms them. It gives us the strength to find light even in the darkest of times and to appreciate the people and moments that carry us through. In our later years, gratitude often shifts from seeking grand milestones to cherishing the quiet moments that truly define our happiness. It's no longer about achieving big dreams or crossing items off a bucket list. It's about savoring the warmth of a hug from a grandchild, the comfort of a dear friend's laughter, or the simple pleasure of sitting in your favorite chair as the sun sets outside. These are the treasures that sustain us, that fill our hearts with contentment, that remind us of the richness of life. Gratitude has a way of transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. It turns a simple meal with family into a celebration of love, a walk in the park into a moment of peace, and a quiet evening into a deep sense of fulfillment. When we cultivate both humility and gratitude, we also nurture our relationships. Humility allows us to connect with others without the pressure to impress or compete. It creates space for true intimacy and understanding, for meaningful conversations that build bonds rather than break them. Gratitude strengthens these connections, reminding us to express appreciation for the people who touch our lives, no matter how big or small their impact may seem. A heartfelt thank you or a kind gesture can create ripples of warmth that spread out and touch the hearts of others. In this way, humility and gratitude don't just make us feel good, they make the world around us a better place. Together, humility and gratitude provide us with clarity and perspective, helping us focus on what truly matters. They shift our attention from what we lack to what we have, from the things we can't control to the things we can cherish. These virtues ground us in the present, where life unfolds, rather than the past, where regrets fester, or the future, where worries loom. In the later stages of life, humility and gratitude become more than just ideals. They are the pathways that lead to peace, contentment, and fulfillment. They remind us that we are part of something much larger than ourselves, that the measure of a life is not in what we accumulate or achieve, but in the love we give, the joy we share, and the appreciation we express for all that life has given us. By embracing humility and gratitude, we create a legacy that transcends time. We leave behind a trail of kindness, wisdom, and love that will inspire those who come after us. And perhaps most importantly, these virtues help us live in a way that is true to ourselves, to our values, and to the simple beauty of being alive. It is through humility and gratitude that we find peace, and in peace, we find the greatest treasures life has to offer. 4. Find joy in routine. As the years gracefully pass, there is something undeniably profound about the way life begins to slow down, allowing us to finally embrace the serenity of routine. What once seemed like dull, repetitive tasks now hold a richness that invites us to find joy in the smallest of moments. In a world that can often feel chaotic and unpredictable, these routines become our refuge, offering us the stability we so desperately need. They're not just actions we perform, they are the heartbeat of our day-to-day existence, bringing a sense of balance and calm to our lives. Routines, in their essence, are not about mindlessly adhering to rigid schedules or conforming to societal expectations. No, they are acts of intention. They remind us, sometimes gently, sometimes with quiet insistence, that we are worthy of nurturing, of taking time for the things that truly matter. It might be something as simple as waking up early to enjoy the silence of the morning, sipping a warm cup of tea by the window as the world outside slowly stirs to life. Or perhaps it's those moments of solitude when you sit down to write in your journal, your thoughts flowing like a stream of consciousness, releasing the weight of the day before it even begins. These are more than just actions. They are rituals of self-love, showing yourself that peace, comfort, and a sense of belonging can be found right where you are, in the here and now. There is something profoundly comforting about knowing what comes next. The certainty that a routine brings can feel like a warm embrace, offering reassurance when everything else in life feels uncertain. It's not about striving for perfection. Rather, it's about giving yourself permission to follow a gentle rhythm. Perhaps it's the quiet moments you savor each morning, the gentle stretch of your legs as you prepare for a walk, or the treasured time spent in the evening with a good book in hand, lost in a story that transports you to another world. These small, familiar actions become anchors in our lives, grounding us when the world around us feels like it's spinning too fast. They remind us that, more often than not, the greatest joys are found not in grand events, but in the quiet simplicity of everyday moments. In our later years, these routines take on an even deeper significance. They become acts of self-preservation, ways we intentionally care for ourselves and preserve our sense of well-being. Preparing a meal with intention, taking time to savor each bite, and nourishing your body with foods that make you feel good, these are not just tasks to check off a list. They are affirmations that we deserve to feel healthy, whole, and nourished. Similarly, the act of stretching, taking a walk in nature, or simply sitting in quiet meditation helps us stay connected to our bodies, reminding us that we are still capable of taking care of ourselves, despite what age may suggest. These routines are not burdensome obligations. They are gentle rituals, carefully chosen for their ability to nurture both body and spirit. But perhaps one of the greatest gifts routines offer us in later life is the ability to create space for connection. In a time when relationships can sometimes feel strained by the busyness of life, routines allow us to carve out moments for those we care about. A weekly phone call to a friend, the joy of a Sunday dinner with loved ones, or even sharing a hobby with a partner becomes a sacred tradition. Something to hold on to, something that brings joy and anticipation into our lives. These moments of connection, small as they may seem, are treasures that fill our hearts with warmth, reminding us that we are never truly alone, and that love can be found in the most unexpected of places. Most importantly, embracing routine allows us to embrace the present moment. In a world where we are constantly bombarded by distractions and the pressure to be somewhere else, to be doing something else, the beauty of routine lies in its simplicity. It teaches us to savor life, one moment at a time. When we tend to the plants on our windowsill, fold the clothes with care, or prepare a meal, we are no longer just performing tasks. We are participating in life with gratitude and presence. These small acts, done with intention, remind us that life is beautiful, not because it's perfect, but because it is real, and we are fortunate enough to experience it in all its messy, wonderful glory. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. By embracing routine, we are, in essence, choosing to embrace the beauty of the present. The quiet consistency of routine teaches us that life is not about reaching grand milestones, but about finding peace in the everyday. It is in these moments, anchored by routine, that we begin to see the bigger picture, our life unfolding in a delicate tapestry of balance, peace, and quiet joy. Each day, guided by the gentle rhythms we create, becomes a chapter in a story that celebrates the beauty of living intentionally and embracing the gift of time. 5. Prioritize physical wellness. Physical wellness is not just a goal but a lifelong companion, one that will see you through each chapter of your life, supporting you as you navigate the complexities of aging with vitality, independence, and grace. As we grow older, prioritizing our health becomes not just a practical necessity but a beautiful, intentional act of self-love. It is a profound acknowledgement of the unwavering dedication your body has shown, carrying you through the highs and lows of countless years filled with joy, struggle, victories, and heartaches. Taking care of yourself in this stage is not about chasing perfection or trying to meet the unattainable standards set by society. It's not about looking a certain way or feeling pressure to conform. Rather, it's about nurturing the very vessel that holds your spirit, the vessel that has carried you through each moment, each season of life. You don't have to be a fitness expert to appreciate the simple joy of movement. A slow, reflective walk through the familiar streets of your neighborhood, a gentle stretch to awaken your body to the new day, or perhaps a joyful water aerobics class with friends. These are not just physical activities. They are acts of love, moments of emotional connection, and ways to invest in your future self. They help you remain rooted in the present, infusing your days with purpose, vitality, and a sense of belonging. Nutrition, too, evolves into something more profound as we age. It's not about following the latest trends or dieting for the sake of appearance. It's about nurturing and replenishing your body with the care it so richly deserves. Preparing a fresh, wholesome meal becomes a sacred act, one of love, reverence, and self-respect. Each bite reminds us that food is not just sustenance. It's a source of joy, a way of celebrating the blessings we've accumulated. There's something deeply comforting in cooking a meal made from a cherished family recipe, passed down through generations. It's as if every ingredient holds memories, and every bite connects you to the people and moments that shaped you. Taking the time to savor that meal, to truly appreciate the flavors and the love behind it, turns an everyday routine into an intimate celebration of life. Rest, often overlooked, becomes just as essential. Sleep, in its quiet stillness, becomes a sacred ritual of restoration. It's no longer about just getting by or feeling tired, but about creating a peaceful, restorative evening routine. This is a time to disconnect from the chaos of the day, free from the distractions of screens or lingering worries. It's a time to let go, surrender to the restorative power of sleep, and wake up ready to face a new day with energy, clarity, and balance. Prioritizing physical wellness means being present and compassionate with your body, acknowledging its changes, its limitations, and its incredible resilience. Instead of approaching these shifts with frustration, approach them with respect and understanding. Your body has served you faithfully, and now is the time to listen, to offer it the care it needs to continue supporting you. If you need medical care, don't hesitate to seek it. Regular checkups, small adjustments to your routine, or a lifestyle change can all enhance the quality of your life. Wellness in older age is not about resisting change or trying to cling to the past. It's about embracing the beauty of those changes and adapting with grace. Your body, your loyal companion, deserves all the honor and love you can give it. By taking the time to prioritize its care, you're not just showing gratitude for its service. You're preparing yourself to face the years ahead with strength, resilience, and peace. You are giving yourself the gift of aging with dignity, living fully, and embracing whatever comes with an open heart. 6. Embrace the seasons of life. Life, in its truest form, is like the ever-changing earth that spins through its seasons. each one bringing its unique beauty, challenges, and profound lessons. As we grow older, we enter a season not of decline, but of remarkable wisdom, reflection, and grace. It's a time when the weight of experiences becomes a source of strength, and when every moment carries meaning far beyond the surface. To embrace this stage is not just an acceptance but a deep, beautiful gift to yourself, a chance to honor the entirety of your journey, to look back with reverence, and to move forward with balance and serenity. The later years of life are not about slowing down in defeat. They are about slowing down to savor the present, just as the vibrant leaves of autumn reach their peak brilliance before they fall to the ground. There is so much vitality in this time, so much depth. This is a season that invites you to breathe deeply and take in all that you have lived through. The triumphs that filled your heart with joy, the struggles that shaped your strength, the laughter that resonated in the quiet moments, and the tears that made your soul grow. In this quiet reflection, you see the intricate threads of purpose woven through it all, a pattern that makes sense even when it once seemed chaotic. To look back with gratitude is to fully appreciate the vast richness of life, both the sweet and the sorrowful, and understand that each experience, every high and low, has brought you to where you are now. This is a season for nurturing your inner self, a time to prioritize what brings you joy, fulfillment, and peace. It's about embracing activities that speak to your soul, whether it's tending to a garden, finding solace in the strokes of a paintbrush, pouring your thoughts onto the page, or simply being still, holding a warm cup of tea. Let yourself be drawn to what feels meaningful, what fills you up with contentment, and release the obligations and pressures that no longer serve you. This is your time to reclaim what matters most, to fill the space around you with only the things that bring a sense of inner calm and connection to your deepest self. Embracing the seasons of life also means accepting the natural process of change, without resistance or regret. Just as winter holds the quiet promise of spring, so too does this stage of life carry its renewal. A renewal that comes in the form of deepening relationships, sharing wisdom, and leaving behind a legacy of kindness and understanding. The signs of age, those silver strands of hair, the laugh lines etched into your face, the slower pace of movement, are not marks of loss or fading. No, they are symbols of a life that has been richly lived, a journey that has been hard-earned and well-traveled. This season also offers something incredibly precious: the opportunity to connect with others in a way that is both deep and meaningful. The stories you've lived through, the lessons you've learned, and the wisdom you've gained are all pieces of a larger mosaic that can guide, comfort, and inspire those who are still making their way through life. You become a living bridge to the past, a pillar of strength and inspiration for those who come after you. By fully embracing this role, you reaffirm your place in the tapestry of life, reminding yourself that you are still vital, still needed, and still capable of making a difference. To embrace the seasons of life is to honor the passage of time with dignity, joy, and even reverence. It's a quiet reminder that each stage, each chapter, has its light, and that light shines not only outward to the world but inward to illuminate the depths of who you are. It's in this understanding that we find peace, that we grow deeper into our skin, and that we begin to fully appreciate the beauty of living with grace, strength, and unshakable wisdom. The seasons don't end, they transform, and in doing so, we transform with them. And that, my friends, is the most beautiful part of this journey we call life. 7. Invest in genuine relationships. As we journey through the years, the truth becomes more evident. Genuine relationships are among the most valuable treasures we can possess. In a world where material wealth often takes center stage, we come to realize that the most meaningful and fulfilling aspects of life are not the things we own, but the connections we make with others. These relationships, nurtured with care, empathy, and understanding, bring a depth of meaning and joy that no possession ever could. They become our sanctuary, a place where we feel understood, cherished, and less alone in this often unpredictable journey we call life. At this stage in our lives, there is a unique beauty in the relationships we choose to invest in. These are not fleeting interactions. They are bonds built on time, trust, and mutual respect. When we intentionally nurture these relationships, they grow in strength and significance. The moments shared with family, friends, or even that neighbor who always greets you with a smile. They may seem simple on the surface, but they carry a profound weight. A heartfelt conversation with someone who truly listens, a shared laugh that lightens the spirit, or even sitting together in quiet companionship. All of these are little treasures that remind us of the richness of human connection. It is in these moments, often unspoken, that we truly feel the warmth of belonging. Genuine relationships don't just happen, they are cultivated. When rooted in honesty, kindness, and deep mutual respect, they become the lifeblood of our existence. The act of letting go of old grudges, of offering forgiveness, can be incredibly liberating. It is through these acts of release that we open ourselves up to the possibility of deeper love and understanding. The baggage we carry, often from years of hurt or miscommunication, can be such a heavy burden. But when we lay it down and embrace the people around us with an open heart, we allow ourselves to experience the true beauty of connection. Now, more than ever, is the perfect time to make those heartfelt connections, to reach out to an old friend you haven't spoken to in years, to rekindle ties with family, or to forge new relationships with people who align with your values and passions. Life is too short not to prioritize the people who make us feel alive. However, relationships are not one-sided. They require effort, mutual care, and reciprocal love. While it's comforting to receive the care and companionship of others, it's equally fulfilling to give that love in return. A kind word, a thoughtful gesture, or simply being there for someone in their time of need can have an immeasurable impact. These small acts of love and kindness don't just strengthen the bond between you and another, they enrich your soul as well. The joy of giving, of offering your time and heart to another, is something that fills the spirit in ways material possessions never could. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Finally, perhaps the most important relationship we must invest in is the one with ourselves. How often do we treat others with more compassion and understanding than we offer ourselves? We must learn to show ourselves the same kindness, patience, and love that we extend to our dearest friends. By nurturing this inner relationship, we create a foundation of self-respect and self-worth that radiates outward, making us better able to connect with others in a deeper, more authentic way. The relationship we have with ourselves is the compass that guides us through life, and it is this bond that allows us to form and nurture the connections that truly matter. In the end, it is relationships, both old and new, that carry us through life's challenges and amplify its joys. They create a legacy of love, understanding, and connection that transcends time. The moments spent with those we care about, the laughter shared, the tears wiped away, and the love given freely, all of these become a part of the beautiful tapestry of our lives. Investing in relationships, cultivating them with care, and nurturing the bonds that sustain us, this is the true legacy we leave behind. It is the foundation of a life well lived, one built on connection, love, and the priceless gift of companionship. 8. Find joy in giving. There is a profound and unique joy that comes with giving. A joy that goes beyond simply sharing material things. Whether it's your time, your wisdom, or your resources, giving has an undeniable power to bring deep fulfillment, especially as we grow older. In the later years of life, giving takes on an almost sacred meaning. It's no longer driven by obligation, but by a genuine sense of satisfaction that arises from knowing you're making a difference in the world around you. It's about the love and light you share with others, often without any expectation of anything in return. It's a warmth that begins to fill your soul, soothing the quiet corners of your heart. When you give, you are not just handing over an item or offering a service, you're offering a piece of your very self. This can take many forms. It could be the time you spend volunteering at a local community center, selflessly helping those who may have no one else to lean on. Or it could be the simple but profound act of mentoring the younger generations, passing on lessons that only time and experience can offer. Even just being there, being a steady, reassuring presence for someone who is struggling, holds incredible value. It's a reminder to yourself of your purpose in this world, a purpose that is far greater than just existing. Giving gives you a sense of fulfillment that material possessions could never offer, no matter how much wealth you accumulate. Sometimes, we don't realize just how deeply our actions touch others. It's not always about grand gestures or big accomplishments. Rather, it's in the little things. Giving could be something as simple as offering a warm meal to a neighbor in need, writing a heartfelt letter to an old friend you haven't spoken to in years, or even offering a smile to a stranger who might just need someone to acknowledge their presence. These small, thoughtful acts of kindness create a ripple effect that travels far beyond our understanding. They not only brighten someone's day, but they fill our hearts with joy and gratitude. The world feels a little lighter, and suddenly, we feel more connected to those around us. In giving, you discover a wellspring of gratitude inside yourself. As you help others, you realize how much you truly have to offer, regardless of your age or the challenges you're facing. Every act of giving, no matter how big or small, helps to strengthen the bond between you and the world. You are no longer just a passive observer of life. You become an active participant in the beautiful tapestry of human connection. You realize that your life has a purpose, one that's measured not by what you've accumulated, but by what you've shared. Giving also nourishes your spirit. It reminds you that you're not just existing, but truly living. The beauty of giving is that in the act of helping others, you often end up helping yourself. The joy that comes from seeing the impact you've made, even if it's just a smile or a moment of comfort, fills you with warmth and contentment. It's like planting seeds that will blossom into something beautiful, long after you're gone. When you give, you not only leave behind memories, but you create a legacy of kindness, compassion, and care, a legacy that will be remembered and cherished long after you're no longer there to give. At its core, giving is a gift to yourself. It deepens your sense of joy, makes you feel more alive, and connects you to others in a way that nothing else can. It's a reminder that, even as we age, we still have so much to offer. We are never too old to make a difference, to help another person, or to brighten someone's day. It's often in the later stages of life that we begin to truly understand the beauty of giving and the incredible power it has to transform both our lives and the lives of others. Through giving, we leave behind a legacy of love and kindness that will echo through the generations to come. 9. Embrace parental wisdom in later years. As we enter the later stages of life, we often find ourselves looking back, reflecting on the roles we've played as parents, mentors, and guides. This stage of life can feel like an opportunity for deep introspection, a time to reflect on the legacy we've built and the relationships we've nurtured over the years. Whether you've raised children, supported younger relatives, or shared your life's wisdom with others, these reflections take on a new and profound meaning. It's not just about the advice we give, but about the impact of the love and guidance we've shared along the way. There is a quiet beauty in realizing that, in our later years, we have a chance to deepen these bonds, to provide not just support, but a wellspring of wisdom that has been earned through the years of joys, struggles, and everything in between. In these years, we must embrace the role of nurturer in a way that feels more authentic and profound than ever before. Parental wisdom transcends traditional caregiving. It's no longer about tending to physical needs, but about offering emotional support, passing down the essence of what we've learned, and doing so with humility and grace. There's something so incredibly fulfilling about acknowledging that the next generation will, undoubtedly, follow their oaths. Yet, in our hearts, we know that the love we give and the lessons we share will ripple through time, leaving an indelible mark on their journeys. I believe one of the most precious gifts we can offer is our presence. Whether it's sitting quietly in the room while a grandchild practices their violin, offering words of encouragement before a big life change, or simply sharing a heartfelt conversation over dinner, these moments of connection are sacred. Our presence signifies something far more profound than just being there. It signifies stability, unwavering love, and a steady hand amidst the ever-changing tides of life. These seemingly small acts of love build trust, and over time, they create a bond that goes beyond the surface, one that is rooted deeply in the heart. As we continue to grow older, we must also learn to embrace the inevitable evolution of relationships. Our children, once so reliant on us, grow into adults with their own families, careers, and lives. It can be difficult to navigate this shift, but it's important to recognize that our role evolves, too. Instead of offering advice unasked, we must learn to listen deeply, with empathy and understanding. The wisdom we share should be asked for, not forced upon them. When we listen with an open heart, we create space for our children to find their way while knowing that they have our support when needed. This delicate balance of offering support and not pushing our wisdom onto them is key to maintaining a healthy, respectful relationship as they build their own lives. I truly believe that embracing our parental wisdom allows us to reaffirm our place as a steady, loving presence in the lives of those we care about. Our insights, shaped by the passage of time, are not just advice, they are lifelines for others navigating the complexities of life. Through patience, love, and understanding, we build a legacy of care that transcends generations. This legacy is not simply about passing down stories. It's about creating a lasting foundation of emotional support, strength, and wisdom that will echo long after we're gone. There's no greater gift we can give. In nurturing others, we find meaning, and in the stories we share, we find immortality. 10. Create a failure-friendly perspective. One of the most profound lessons life offers, especially as the years begin to accumulate, is the realization that failure is not a permanent setback but a powerful and inevitable stepping stone on the path of personal growth. In the earlier chapters of life, many of us fear failure, dreading the feelings of inadequacy it brings. However, as we age and reflect, we come to see failure not as an end but as a valuable teacher that shapes every success we've ever known. The courage to embrace this failure-friendly perspective is what allows us to live authentically, fearlessly, and with an open heart to new experiences. The beauty of aging is that, over time, we understand how deeply failure has contributed to the richness of our lives. At the moment, failure may feel like a crushing blow, but years later, we realize it was the very thing that molded us into who we are today. When I look back on my journey, I can trace each failure and each misstep and see how it served as a turning point, a lesson in disguise that refined my character, deepened my empathy, and sharpened my wisdom. I think of the times I've stumbled and fallen, not just physically but emotionally and mentally. It was in those painful moments that I learned more about myself than I could ever have imagined. The years have granted me the gift of hindsight, showing me that these moments were not failures but growth in action, taking me closer to the person I was meant to become. This perspective, I've come to realize, is a treasure that only time can offer. A soft, quiet understanding that every failure is not a judgment of our worth but a nudge towards something better, something more authentic. As we grow older, a failure-friendly mindset becomes more than just an approach to setbacks. It becomes a philosophy of living. It frees us to take risks, to try things we've never done before, and to chase passions that once seemed too daunting. Whether it's learning a new language, picking up an instrument, or simply stepping out of our comfort zone to meet new people, there's a profound joy in the process itself. It's not about perfection anymore. It's about experiencing life with all its raw, beautiful messiness. The joy lies not in succeeding flawlessly but in discovering, daring to fail and rise again, and finding fulfillment in the journey itself. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. This mindset of embracing failure also ripples into our relationships, both with ourselves and others. As we learn to accept our own mistakes, we cultivate a space for others to do the same. There's an incredible beauty in the vulnerability that comes with sharing our stories of failure and the wisdom that emerged from those painful experiences. It creates a safe, compassionate environment where others are encouraged to reflect, grow, and embrace their humanity without shame. In this way, our failures become not only personal lessons but gifts we can offer to others, lighting the way for those who might be struggling in their journeys. What I found most rewarding, however, is the self-compassion that comes with a failure-friendly perspective. When I look back at the mistakes I made, I no longer feel the sting of regret. Instead, I recognize them for what they truly are, integral chapters in my life story. These moments weren't detours or dead ends. They were part of the road that led me here, to this moment, to this version of myself. As I've gotten older, I've come to embrace these mistakes, honoring them as the teachers they were meant to be. I no longer berate myself for the missteps of the past, but see them as the essential experiences that allowed me to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. In the grand scheme of life, creating a failure-friendly perspective is a transformative act. It enhances every aspect of our existence, allowing us to approach each day with curiosity and courage, eager to face whatever comes our way. This shift in mindset, this deep acceptance of the imperfect, of the messy beauty of life, enriches our experience, filling it with a sense of fulfillment and contentment that only grows with age. It's a reminder that perfection isn't the goal. The goal is growth, understanding, and love. We stop striving for an unattainable ideal and begin to savor the sweetness of the present moment, grounded in the wisdom of all we've endured. As we grow older, we begin to see that life isn't about losing or getting left behind. It's about harvesting the fruits of our journey. In the autumn of life, we're not in the throes of decline but in a season of deep, reflective harvest. The wisdom, peace, and connection we gain through our failures become the foundation upon which we stand. We learn to embrace the simplicity of enough, finding joy in the rhythms of daily life, cherishing the relationships that sustain us, and letting go of what no longer serves us. This stage of life invites us to reflect on our legacy, to leave a mark, not through grand accomplishments, but through the love, wisdom, and kindness we impart. Our actions, however small, create ripples that extend beyond our immediate circles. The beauty of this chapter lies in its authenticity. There is no need to prove ourselves anymore, no need to rush, compete, or chase the fleeting desires of the past. Instead, We are free to simply be. We live with the quiet confidence that comes from knowing we've lived, we've loved, we've failed, and we've grown. In the end, the light within us, the strength we've nurtured through the years, only grows brighter. It illuminates not only our path but also the path of those who follow in our footsteps. This chapter, like all the others before it, is a precious part of our story, one that is rich with meaning, purpose, and legacy. It's a testament to the enduring beauty of the human spirit, a story of resilience, love, and growth that will continue to live on in the hearts of those we've touched. And in this quiet acceptance of life's imperfections, we find our greatest joy. As we wrap up today's journey together, I hope you've gained some valuable insights on embracing failure, growing with age, and discovering the power of self-compassion. Life is an ongoing learning process, and with every challenge, there's an opportunity to grow, evolve, and find joy in the journey. So, what has resonated with you the most? What's one lesson you've learned today that you plan to put into practice in your own life? I'd love to hear your thoughts and reflections. Please share in the comments below what stood out to you and how you're going to apply this newfound wisdom. Your experience and insights may inspire others on their path. If you like this video, don't forget to leave your comment below, give us a thumbs up, share it with friends and loved ones, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content on embracing life's journey and growing with grace. Your support means the world to us, and together, we can create a community of wisdom and growth. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.